the aftermath. Oh, the horror for inbox collectors. Dun dun dun! What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a really big, unboxing. I have in my hands multiple figures, multiple Star Wars retro figures, and multiple Star Wars vintage collection figures, along with a vehicle and the Endor playset. So what are we gonna do? We're gonna unbox them all. Gonna do a time lapse. You don't want to sit here and watch me do this for like half an hour. So I'm gonna unbox these. We're gonna speed it up. Then we're gonna get to my little review table here, my very unprofessional review table, and take a look at each figure. Not gonna do any rankings or anything like that. Don't want to step on any toes. I know a lot of other guys do that. Just gonna give you guys a quick overview of what all the figures look like and what I think of them. So let's do it. Let's get to the time lapse. Let's unbox some figures. All right, guys, there you go. And I gotta tell you, there is a reason why I am really heavily on going back in time with figures. Some of these are good. Some of these are absolutely horrid. I'm shocked at the pricing of some of these figures. It is insane to me. So let's get started. Let's start out with we'll start out with the bad. And the bad, the worst of the worst is right here. Now, I did get this for $20. This, of course, is the speeder bike with the Scout Trooper. This thing was $45. I mean, Hasbro must think we're stupid. This is smaller than the speeder bike that came out in 1995. That was $10. It's just, this Scout Trooper, I mean, his head barely, it's barely on. It looks great. Does it look great? Yes. But if you paid $45 for this, I'm very sorry. Because in no way is this thing worth $45 at all. I mean, it's shocking. So there you go. I mean, like I said, it looks cool. The Scout's cool. But holy crap, that this thing was $45 is just a ripoff. Blatant ripoff. I am shocked by it. I have two more coming. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep them. Even $20 is questionable to me. So yeah, that's no good. It looks awesome. We'll hang on to it, but no good at all. Next one that is also pretty damn atrocious to me is this Luke Skywalker. Yeah, let's see if we can focus. So he looks good, of course. He looks good. But the lightsaber is so big, it barely fits in his hand. And he is so skinny. If you guys remember even the saga, Luke Skywalker was phenomenal. Good proportions, everything else. Even the power of the Force, Luke Skywalker. I mean, it felt like better plastic. I mentioned this on Undisputed last night. The plastic just feels so cheap. I can literally bend his leg in my hand right now. I can bend his foot. It's just such cheap ass plastic. It's shocking. But he looks good. So there you go. Indoor Luke Skywalker. We'll get you out of the way because... next one is Luminara Unduli. I think that's how you say her name. Luminara. I'm not so bad about this one because this one only cost me $4 at Ollie's. Let's see if we can get some focus. There we go. She looks good. As you can see, another problem I got with Vintage Collection is they really shrunk the lightsabers. The lightsabers are way too short. I mean, they're like light daggers. It's crazy to me. So I've been at a 3 3/4 inch for a while. These are my first ones in a while. And yeah, man, if I paid, what is it going right now? $16.99. If I paid $16.99 for this, yeah, no good. So there you go, Luminar and Dilly. If you can find her at Ollie's for $4, I'd recommend it. $4, yeah, absolutely. Now we get into retro, and retro, like I've mentioned before, feels a lot better. The plastic quality, even I know these are repros and everything else. We need to move. Let's get Luminara out of the way here. Hold on one second. Luminara, you got to move. There we go. So this is laying Bausch. I got to tell you, the plastic on these really does feel better. It just feels more solid. I know that these are, repros and stuff, but this thing looks really cool. If you are out for vintage style figures and you don't want to pay those kind of crazy prices, you're not worried about it being really official vintage, this is a good way to go for $10. Unfortunately, there is some paint smudging on there and stuff, but it looks really good. Of course, the helmet comes off nice, and you're not going to get a likeness, but it's an action figure, so not a huge deal. But that looks really cool. I actually really like this figure a lot. I think this figure is very well done. So there's the Leia Bausch. That one's a cool one. And then I think probably my favorite one is going to be, yeah, there's a big bunch of trash back there. This Scout Trooper. This Scout Trooper looks really, really awesome. I had a couple of these when I was a kid back in the day, and this just totally reminds me of that. It looks so freaking cool. I really like everything that this is actually a pretty good representation for 40 years ago. So looks good. I like the Scout Trooper a lot. I think he's my favorite one out of this group. So nothing wrong with the Scout Trooper. Next, we've got the Grand Inquisitor, vintage style, retro style. Again, you're not going to get a likeness. This lightsaber was a complete nightmare to get in his hand. I'll let you know that. The vinyl cape's cool. I like the vinyl cape. I think that looks really awesome. But, it is what it is. Again, $4 at Ollie's. Can't beat that. So there's the retro Inquisitor. He's hard to stand too, so we'll see if he stays. And then this one really hit the sweet spot for me. I had this guy. I remember having this guy, IG-88. Focus camera. Nope, not going to focus. All right. IG-88. We'll leave him back a little bit so you guys can tell. It's not like there's a lot of detail, but great figure. Really, really love this guy. I thought there we go. There's focus. It looks great. It's done really well. Of course, he comes packed with Dengar. And if you don't want to keep the little Stormtrooper gun there too, you can always give that to somebody else. So very cool there. I like that a lot. I think that's super cool. And then last but not quite last, second to last, Dengar. Dengar again also looks cool. Like it kind of looks like a porcelain baby doll all wrapped up in blankets, and throw a little bit of armor on him and give him a gun. But yeah, not bad either. I really like it. I like these retros. These retros are really, really cool to me. And man, I'll take one of these over a Vintage Collection any day. So there you go. Let's get these cleared out, and we'll take a little bit better look at this Endor playset. All right, get everything cleared out. Here is the Endor bunker, and again, ripoff. $60. I didn't pay $60. Thank goodness, because again, I think I may have a heart attack. Does come with the what people think is Captain Rex for trying to get focused. There we go. A decent head sculpt on this, nothing super great. The articulation on this one is really weird to me. He's got these weird hips. It's very loose, and then he's got really splayed out legs, so I'm not sure what's going on with that. But it's an okay figure. I know a lot of people are keeping this guy on card. I'm not going to do that. Maybe I should have, though, because it's not great. But there you go. There's the figure. Comes with a helmet. The helmet does look good. My camera just doesn't want to focus for this video, guys. There's the helmet. The helmet. There's the helmet. Hey, there we go. Nice. Technical difficulties. Thank you, technology. All right, there you go. So the indoor bunker. What does it do? Well, the door opens. Yep, door opens. And the doors aren't even really that great. So they do open. Of course, you've got the brown. I mean, guys, that's what I'm talking about. It's just not a great design. Those doors just kind of sit on the tracks there and really aren't that great. And then another thing that I question, I'll have to go back to our reference points, but I don't believe there was a bunch of moss and stuff up on this. I'm not sure who made that decision. It looks like it's glued on, and you could probably take it off if you want to, but I'd have to go back and look for sure. I don't want to say for sure. I don't remember there being a bunch of moss and crap on the top of this roof. So again, is that just a design choice by the Hasbro team, or is that like official? I'm not sure. I will say this, it looks cool. Do not pay $60 for this thing. In no way is it worth it. Look for a sale, look for a clearance. I mean, it really has no function other than being like a basic diorama piece. There's not much to it at all. We'll go ahead and turn it around, show you a little bit more of the details. The back is, I mean, the back is the back. There again is the door that fell off. So we'll go ahead and slide that back on, but they just kind of sit on the track. Like there's no real point of connection up top here. This is down all the way. At least I think it's down all the way. Is it down all the way? Oh, okay. So what I just said, forget all that. It actually does come down. So that was my bad. That was totally my bad. I take that back. It actually will stay on pretty good. So there's that at least. So Yukon Phil's just a Hasbro hating jerk, I guess. So there you go. There's that. Again, even with that, I don't think it's worth $60, but you know, if you want it, it's out there. So there you go, guys. All right, that's it. That was a frustrating video to make, I'm going to be honest with you, because this vintage collection stuff is, I know you guys like it. I know you think I'm being negative and that sort of thing, and I am being negative because I think that we need to have higher standards for all these toy companies, but I will be buying any more vintage collection stuff. It's really not quality to me. So that's my opinion. I've made my opinion known, so there it is. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was a little bit of a cluster, you know what, but hopefully you at least enjoyed it. So if you did, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.